Guess what, folks? Welcome to the first ever show of Whatever. Why is it called Whatever? Because that's what we're going to discuss. For your knowledge, and just so you know who we are, I'm Dragon Pat.
And I'm Alex Drake.
In case our relationship, this is my youngest son. He is of the generation way down there, just a little bit below the ones that like to drink Tide Pods.
The least.
I'm of the 80s generation. You know, that generation that brought you such great music and movies versus Tide Pods.
Yeah, that generation very dumb.
And today we're going to discuss the difference. The very first thing we're going to discuss is the differences in our generation. Today's generation, these people don't think. The idea that you would suck down a Tide Pod?
That's stupid.
Now, Alex is lucky in the fact that he's not brain dead like a lot of his other people in his generation. I'm sorry, if you think a Tide Pod is a drink, you have issues. Now, things that we will be discussing in time. Let's see, the MCU, Marvel Cinematic Universe, the DCU, or whatever they're calling DC's universe now.
DCU.
We will discuss Doctor Who.
The Monsterverse, also known as the Godzilla film from...
Yes.
Starting with...
Now, all of these things, we will cover movies, we will cover television, we will cover books, music, politics. You name it, if it strikes our interest through the day, we're going to cover it. Why? Because we can. And if you like what we're talking about, and you want to make comments, make comments. We'll read them. You really want to talk to us? We're going to provide you with an email address so that you can email us. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you sit there and send a bunch of hate mail because you don't like, I don't think you're right, I don't think it's, I'll just delete it. And he's good at deleting too, so we're going to get this covered.
We good at it.
One of the things I want to go ahead and bring up today is the upcoming movie. They've been putting it off, but it's finally, May?
They're somewhere in May. Some people say May 25th, some people say May 31st. It depends on pretty much...
Yes, we're talking about
Godzilla versus Kong.
Now, I'll admit, I've seen a couple of the trailers, and I'm not sure how they're going with it. If they're going to go back to the originals, then King Kong and Godzilla are going to fight, and then they're going to join up and beat the crap out of Mechagodzilla.
And the Skullcrawler and the Wombat, the Alpha Skullcrawler.
Well, that's not going back to original, but still,
they're going to be kicking it.
The point is, we got a good possibility of a good show. I did think, looking at this rendition of Godzilla, I should say.
Yeah.
I think they're doing pretty good. I mean, I like the look. He's a little beef. He's been working out, picking up dumbbells, getting into shape,
drinking up some radiation.
I mean, I gotta admit, the new Godzilla, he looks a lot better than the old one. And I grew up on the original Godzillas, the 1960s. You know, where everything was either dubbed or subscripted. You know, I like the originals. Didn't really care for the remakes because I thought they were getting a little bit campy and a little bit stupid.
Yeah.
So this new version, I like it. I mean, he's buff.
And this Kong, hey,
Kong was good. A lot better.
And him in the trailers, man, he aged well. They actually gave him a good age.
I think he's been curling some of them squids.
Yeah.
Using them as but it looks like it's going to be a decent fight. Because let's face it, if he went by King Kong on Skull Island, he would have Godzilla would have looked at him and said,
that Kong was barely half the size of Godzilla.
Wouldn't have make it.
Kong would go punch, and Godzilla would just have to do
Hey, sorry.
tell the
But-
Mutos I said hello.
The new one, the way Kong is looking in this trailer, he looks like he can actually hold his own, maybe. Now, granted, I'm still a fan of the Godzilla.
Yeah.
I would be rooting for Zilla no matter what. And
Yeah.
the bad part is, I like the new Kong. I like the Kong from King Kong from Skull Island. I thought that was well done. So, yep, we have that to look forward to in May. What else have we got to look forward to this year? Well, of course, you can turn over and jump across the pond and see that, yeah, Jodie's gone.
Bye bye, Jody.
By actress officially known as Karen, Dr. Karen. No more.
Yeah. Now all we need to do is get rid of the producer.
Yeah. I think actually they could have kept Jodie if they'd have just canned.
Yeah.
What's Chadwick? Oh, great, my brain.
Cheddar.
What's his name? Chris
Chembal.
Ball. Now that is a man who, I'm sorry, they need to take him and keep him away from anything and everything having to do with television, movies. The man needs to quit.
Yeah.
The man has gone out of his way to destroy the Doctor Who. Now, I grew up watching the number one Doctor with his hat and his scarf.
That went all the way to the ground.
Yes, I'm a Tom Baker fan. But, like I've said before, I think everybody has two favorite doctors. They have the doctor they were born with. My case, Tom Baker. It's not when I was born, it's whenever I first started watching it. And then you have the doctor, your other doctor, he's your other favorite. You love your doctor. You know, Tom Baker will always be the doctor to me. But then you have David Tennant. I mean, let's face it, Tennant rocked as the Doctor.
Yeah.
Of the new Doctors, by far, in my opinion, he was the best. My second, I'm sorry, I gotta go with Eccleston. I know you like Bowtie Guy.
Yeah.
I mean, Matt Smith, good Doctor. I liked him, but I think the storyline was a little bit iffy with him.
The Bowties are cool.
But bow ties are cool.
Yeah.
But fezzes are not.
Yes, they are. You can say fizzes are cool.
No, fezzes are not.
Okay, River.
She shot his fez.
And then he got back.
But
Yeah.
now, I'm afraid what's going to end up happening, though, is they're going to pick a new doctor, and they're going to pick somebody, and I know it's hard to imagine, but somebody actually worse than Jodie. That is what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
I'm afraid Chris Chembal is going to continue to try to drive this show in the political garbage ground that he thinks is so hallowed. That's my biggest problem with the world today, is politically correct bullshit they're shoving down our throats through television and movies. Disney screwed up Star Wars, wussified the MCU, screwed up, now they're doing the same thing with the DCU. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I'm getting sick of everything's got to be politically correct. You got to have the maximum number of LGBT, XYZ people. You know, you want an LGBT person, I'm all for it. Write a new character. Write a comic. Hey,
Yeah.
you know, comics, you know, the thing that Disney is working its best to kill? They need to get some reality.
Yeah.
They're killing.
Without the comic, no universe.
It all started with comics. And let's face it, comics were not meant to be society changers. These were things, they were written to make people feel better.
Mm-hmm.
They were a way for kids to escape into their own world that was separate, and they started World War II. This was help people escape from the reality of the world. We didn't want you didn't want Captain America to be the punk next door. You wanted the Cap to be the Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man. Iron Man is not supposed to be a nice person.
Nope.
He's supposed to be Tony Stark, who's a jerk.
As Robert Downey Jr. stated in Avengers, he's a rich billionaire playboy philanthropist in an armored suit with major daddy issues.
He's got daddy issues, mommy issues. He's got issues. This is good. We're not trying to make the world a perfect place. And frankly, it's time to stop trying.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't perfect. Write some new characters. Come up with new people. Infuse the world with new possibilities. Stop taking old possibilities and crapping on them.
Yeah.
Because there's just really no point to it. All you're doing is dividing. And division isn't going to get us good movies. You butcher things, you're going to get crap movies, and people are going to be disappointed.
You're gonna get Zilla.
Well, if by Zilla you mean the one with Matthew Broderick?
The first make of the American, the 1999.
The one with Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
The one where they trashed New York.
Mm-hmm. That's Zilla.
I actually liked Zilla. No, it wasn't Godzilla to me.
Nope.
I'll admit it was. I could have just called it, made it a different kaiju movie and called it a day. Because he wasn't Godzilla.
Nope.
I don't know what he was, but I liked the movie. I'll give it points.
He was a radioactive lizard.
Okay, I'll give him.
On steroids.
I can say that. You can see that. But was he Godzilla? No. Now I'm hoping. Now in the last Godzilla, we've started getting the song coming into it again.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it was a different remake of it than the original BOC Godzilla, but it wasn't bad.
They did a good job.
Now I want to see somebody bring me some BOC into it. But
You're
sadly, Legendary seems to be the only movie company out there with a brain.
Mm-hmm.
They're not trying to get politically correct so far. Do I say they won't? Nope. I don't have any hope for anybody having a brain for a long time.
I can hope they just keep it as like the originals did. They just kept it okay. The overall theme, yeah, but not let's just shove it down their throat as hard as we can.
I don't want no more PC preaching to me. You want to preach to me? I get that crap every day on the television. Give me what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something to escape. Give me back my doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to make him be politically correct. Give me back my superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me more superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
I would like this.
Yeah.
But stop being politically correct.
Mm.
And let's see. Can you see the clock on the wall? I can't see the clock on the wall.
14.
No. This hasn't been a long show. I'm not gonna say how long any one given show is gonna be. This has been our introductory show. And this means, hey, this gives you the idea of what we're gonna do. Now, are we gonna be a little bit more focused in the future? Yeah. Is it always gonna be both of us? No. He may come on and tell you all about Minecraft.
Yeah, I know a lot about it.
He likes his Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll tell you all about Minecraft. We may come on together, talk to you about the Who band. If you haven't heard the Who, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
I may come on and talk to you about something else. You never know, because the title fits perfectly. We are going to talk about whatever. And the nice thing about it is you're going to get a multi-generational view. You're going to get his view, reflecting somewhat of his generation, not perfectly because he does have a brain. And you're going to get my view, which not always perfect representation for my generation either, because I'm not dead. Point is, folks, when you're out there and you're watching things, if you see something that you'd like to hear our opinion on,
Put it in the chat.
let us put it in the chat. Or what's that email you said you got for us?
It's Stephen Wolf Apocalypse
Okay,
at Gmail.
because granted, Stephen Wolf was a really good character.
Yeah. Hey, when you have the uncle to Darkseid himself, so
This has got some potential.
Mm-hmm.
And in case you haven't wondered, there are several things that we're looking forward to seeing the DC Universe do and the Marvel Universe do. We'd like to see some things. I'd like to see them without Disney touching them.
It's why I like Warner Brothers and Legendary, what they did. They bought each other so that Disney
Can't touch.
Like, oh, you think you're gonna buy us? Nope. We bought each other.
Disney needs to quit.
Yeah.
You can't even do Disney movies right anymore. Yeah, although you heard what happened on their Facebook page, right?
Huh.
And they went in there and talking about how on their new Disney pay because you're an idiot channel, and their Facebook page got bombed by the fans. Because that's what all these people are forgetting. Every one of these shows, every one of these ideas has a fandom. And there's a lot of them. And when you piss them all off, you don't make the money.
And the older the thing is, the more fans there are.
When you're looking at, say, Doctor Who. Doctor Who started in 1963. It celebrated its 30th year and 30?
50th.
Yeah, 50th anniversary. Just a little bit ago. We're approaching the time they're gonna be hitting 60 years old. Folks, that's a lot of people out there that like Doctor Who. It's a lot of time. And a lot of people have grown up with this show. And so Chris, when one of them decides to, fire you because they finally got a sense to realize that you're screwing up the show, you deserve it. And when you become the most hated person in Great Britain, don't come to the United States. We don't want you here either.
No, because you got fans there, you got fans here. AKA, don't mess with them.
Now,
go to Iceland or Greenland,
No.
whichever one has ice.
it's too north. They go hide in the Middle East. I don't think they watch the Doctor.
Yeah. Go to where there's no TV.
That's where you better be.
Go to Antarctica.
Yeah, there you go.
Go there.
Chris Chenball. He can do documentaries in Antarctica. That's the only place he deserves to be.
Yeah.
Why the BBC ever gave it to him? I'm sorry, this goes to show you that whenever you have something that doesn't have to compete in a capitalistic system, you get idiots in charge. Because the idiots in the BBC are the ones that put that moron in charge.
And now they're realizing.
Well, actually, what's funny is when Jodie's agent says, quit before you get known as the woman that killed Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Which,
Quit
I'm sorry,
now
Chenball, your last season, you might as well have just put a bullet in it. Would have been nicer.
Yeah.
Not sure what you're going to do coming up, but I'm afraid it's going to be even worse.
Kick him out.
So-
Put David Tennant or one of the original.
Actually, like I told you, I think they should put it either
Put the original Doctor.
number 5 in
Mm-hmm.
or number 7.
Yeah.
The 5th Doctor, Peter Davidson. I'd like to see him direct this. I'd like to see Kenny direct. Can he run the show? Now, this is a doctor. He should have some idea what the doctor's supposed to be.
Because he literally.
Put him in. Somebody. Put somebody in there that's going to have respect for the show. I don't know. Well, that's it, folks. We'll be back quite often. You like I said, let us know. You want us to discuss something? Let us know. You want us to shut up about something? Let us know so we can do 2 episodes on it. Other than that, you guys have a good day. And remember, there's still books. You can always read a book. They can't screw that up too much.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Thank you.
This is the whatever.